Hey guys, welcome to Bar Z. My name's Stan, and today we're doing another tool review. It's a tool I recently bought. It's made by Klein, which are really big into the electrical tools. And there's the packaging. And this is marketed as a conduit locknut wrench. Now, what a locknut is, are these the lock nuts here on the back side of these electrical fittings. Looks kind of like a gland nut for a lot of you guys that are in the machinist trades. So that's the nut right there. And it's a wrench for doing, this is marketed as doing 1/2 inch and 3/4 both. And here you can see someone using it going down into a box there and there. And they give you instructions on the back. And they talk about using it all by hand. But let me show you the tool. And what's kind of interesting about it, this side's 3/4, and that side's 1/2, and then our lock nut drops right into that little kind of a spanner looking dude there. See, it's got 2 little flats on it, and it's also got a couple dish spots in it there. That's what grabs a hold of your lock nut there. What's unique about this is I'm going to turn this up here. Watch what happens down there. So that's pretty interesting. It is plastic. It's a pretty sturdy plastic. It's like a polycarbonate. It's got a steel backbone in it, and it turns from one end to the other. So either side, it's kind of a push me pull you kind of thing. So pretty interesting. We had an awful lot of boxes to make. We're building a bunch of 4S boxes. That's a 4-inch square box, deep. It's the special with the 1/2 and 3/4 knockouts in it. So let's pop out a few knockouts and try this thing. And I'll show you what I found. We've been using this for a couple of days now, and I'll show you what I found. When I first used it, it was really frustrating, and I really didn't like it. But and I'll show you what I did to make me change my mind. All right, let's bring you a little closer. Let's pop open a box, show you the old way, and I'm going to show you the new way. Okay, well, here we got a box that's not broken out yet. And every electrician's pair of channel locks are going to look like that on the end. And it is from doing that. That's your electrician's hammer right there. That's from busted knockouts. So pretty common to have your channel locks busted out like that. Okay, we got a box. We're knocked out on 1/2 inch knockouts, and let's show you. Let's start with the old way. How we do lock nuts. We would just get it started in the box, and then, and simply channel lock it, not even get a hold of the nut. And what our hopes are is that lock nut is going to get a hold of it and grab and bite. But if it slips, like we just did, right now our lock nut inside just slipped, and it's just going to turn round and round and round. Bring it over here and show you that lock nut inside. See, she's just sliding. So we didn't bite, we didn't grab. So I still consider that loose. And if that's the case, then you go to that's the one electrician's hammer. Here's the other one. And this is just a matter of a flat blade screwdriver and your electrician's hammer on the lock nut. Knock it in till that lock nut bites. All right. Well, now we got this. And this fits in there. That's going to get on that lock nut. And but then you say, then what do? You're not going to do that by hand. Well, you know what else they give you? They give you these round holes here and here. And your standard screwdriver, just a number 2 Phillips, will slip right in there. That gives you leverage, so we can work that thing. Even though I'm not real crazy about that either. I'm not loving that. But we can get in there and do some lock nut tightening like that. So still not loving it. But here's what I discovered the other day. You look at the end here and here, that's been broached, and there's a 3/8 square drive in there. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to take an ordinary spindle. That's a 1/4 inch hex drive to a 3/8 square. We're going to plug it into this dude here, put in an impact. Now we're just going to go down in this box and get on that nut, and we're done. So it doesn't. I've read the packaging inside and out. It doesn't say it's not rated for impact use, but doing this stuff by hand was really stinky, and doing it with the power tools with the impact, let me tell you, those things are tight. So time will tell. We've built probably about 200 boxes with the impact. We're going to see if this thing holds up. Using it by hand, completely worthless. I was ready to throw this thing in the trash, but with it on an impact, it redeemed itself. They certainly don't give them away. They're pretty proud of them. They're about $30. So take that with a grain of salt. I like the offset as long as the gears and the gear drive in here is sturdy enough to take multiple cycles of that and impact use. I'm okay with it. It's not serviceable. Those are rivets in there holding it together, so you can't take it apart to see what's going on in there. But I thought I'd show you that. This was kind of an interesting tool, and I wanted to give it a try. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Okay, so that's the lock nut tool by Klein Tools. Give you another quick view of that. There's the square end. Yes, there's the square end of it, looking right down the middle there. And there's the glands on each side. So pretty interesting tool. For plastic, it's surprisingly robust. So that is pretty interesting to me. Time will tell how this thing holds up. You know, at first I used it by hand and with the screwdriver and with the knurls, and I frickin' hated it. It sat in my toolbox for 2 or 3 days. Didn't even touch it. But we had a number of boxes to put together, and then I noticed that little square drive, and I wanted to see if the 3/8 square drive would actually fit in there, and it did. So we started using it with an impact. And I went through using this card front to back, read the fine print, read everything on it, and you know what? It didn't say I couldn't use it with an impact. And silence is acceptance, so we're going to run it with an impact till we break it, or until this job's done. And I'll follow up with it on one of my episodes of The Grind. I'll either present to you a fully functional tool that I'm 100% pleased with, or I'm going to show you a broken Klein that can't be used with impact. So just thought I'd do a quick review, and we'll follow up with you guys again. All right, thanks for watching.